Okay, so I just did a video about this idea of enlightenment and what it means to be enlightened. That's the last video I did. So I wanted to make another one also that sort of follows in line with that. It's this idea of, so you're trying to be a more enlightened, loving person. You're trying to raise your awareness. You're trying to just become a more loving, compassionate person, and you feel like you've really made progress. You feel like you're more awakened now, but then you get down on yourself because you find that, okay, I'm more awakened and I'm more aware, and I understand that we should love each other, but why do I still not like certain people, or why do certain people just annoy me, or I just don't want to be around them? And you kind of get down on yourself because you think, I thought I was doing it. I thought I was becoming more aware, more loving, more enlightened. And you get down on yourself because you're like, some people, I just don't like certain people. I don't want to be around them. They annoy me. And you're thinking, what's going on? I thought I was making progress. This is one of those things that I notice a lot of people struggling with who are trying to do self-improvement and becoming more aware. And I think the struggle is because of a sort of misunderstanding of what it means to be unconditionally loving. Because unconditional love is really the only thing that truly matters. Everything else is just a game we're playing, but unconditional love is the only thing that truly matters, because it's what gives us all the space and the freedom to experience all that we can experience, and giving ourselves that in order for all of us to get to experience everything we want to experience and have all the array of experiences we can possibly have, is if we let each other have the, you have to, it's a strange thing, because we're playing this game together, right? It's like a cooperative game. So we have to sort of let ourselves and let other people around you have their experiences. And so how do you let other people have these experiences? And how do you not get down on yourself because some people, sometimes you just don't like certain people, or you're annoyed by them and you feel bad because you thought you were like this enlightened being. Well, the thing is, this idea of being unconditionally loving is not this idea that you have to like everybody. The simplest analogy I can use is like, if anyone out there has like an annoying brother or sister, and you think, hey Tony, why are you saying the word annoying? That's not nice. That's your brother, your sister. Well, that's the thing. We tie these negative ideas that, you just someone's annoying. I guess you're not enlightened. I guess you're not loving. No, that's not what it's about. Because like we all, you all grow up and you have like an older brother or sister or younger brother or sister, and like they kind of annoy you. You don't really get along with them, but you still love them unconditionally. Like you would help them out with anything. Now, why is that? Why would you find someone annoying? Well, it's simple. There's infinite creation out there. Everyone has different senses of humor, different personalities. They're not all gonna connect. So saying like, how come someone annoys you is like basically asking, how come I only have certain friends? Like, why am I not friends with everybody? Well, because you don't connect with everybody. You know what I mean? But you still love them. You love everybody. You can love somebody that even annoys you. You know what I mean? So this idea, it's really like loving someone from a distance. We can't all connect with each other because we all have such different personalities, different senses of humor. So of course, so it's basically letting yourself be annoyed by someone and understanding that's fine. You can love someone from a distance, So if it's not this idea that you just go up to everybody and like, oh, you're my favorite person. Oh, I love you because I practice unconditional love and you're my favorite. No, not everybody can be your favorite. There's going to be some personalities that rub you the wrong way that you just don't like. Some people you just simply do not like being around. Your energies are just not compatible. You're like, this person, and with other people, it's like you're around them and it's just like you always feel charged up. You feel great. You feel inspired by them. And that's just the way it is. But that doesn't mean you're a hateful person. If someone annoys you or if you just don't like them, that doesn't mean you're not an unconditionally loving person. Like I said, it's like the little brother or sister that annoys you or the older brother or sister. You still unconditionally love them. You would do anything for them. But your personalities just never really mesh that much. You just don't connect. And that's fine. That doesn't mean you're not enlightened or wise or loving. It just means you can't. Not every flavor of ice cream can be your favorite. There's going to be flavors that just don't do anything for you. Does that mean you're a hateful person? No. You're just not. You try that flavor of ice cream, you're like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. That's the way people are too. You meet somebody, you're like, yeah, that's great. I love them from a distance, but I wasn't really feeling any sort of connection, and that's fine. So this idea of unconditional love really all comes down to being okay with the idea that not everybody's going to be your favorite person. And on that topic of unconditional love, since that really is what this video is about, it's just the idea of not only unconditional love, but understanding that it's okay if not everybody is your favorite person. Don't feel bad that somebody might annoy you or you just don't connect with them. That's fine. It's completely okay to love someone from a distance. So, talking of unconditional love, I want to end this video with something I wrote about this. Years ago, I did this really intense meditation, probably the most intense meditation I did. And I wanted to try something typical, people always have this, you meditate and you want to ask these sort of very typical, sort of earthly kind of questions, even though you kind of know they're kind of silly, but you just want to ask them anyways. So I did this really deep meditation, and I asked typical questions. I sort of closed my eyes and asked the universe, what's my purpose here on earth? Should I move to this city? Should I do this? Should I switch jobs? Should I do this? Just sort of like typical kind of questions you'd want answers to, right? And after I asked these questions, by the way, this deep meditation that I did, where I'm going to read what I wrote right after I woke up from this meditation, this was the only time in my life that I ever really felt something clearly coming through me. I meditate a lot all the time, but it's usually just like a very chilled out, sort of peaceful, quiet thing. But during this meditation, there was like a undeniable force of energy that went through me. You can call this force of energy source. You can call it the universe. You can call it the collective consciousness of all that is. But whatever it was there. It was very evident, and it gave me a very clear answer. And so after I asked all these questions, what should I do? Where should I move? What job should I have? All these sort of typical sort of human questions you would ask. This energy, this source, laughed at me. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's not nice. Why would it laugh at you? Well, you can't be offended by someone. It was a very cheerful, fun, loving laugh. It wasn't like a condescending laugh, right? It kind of laughed at me. And it basically told me, it doesn't matter what job you have. what city you moved to. All these things are completely irrelevant. It basically told me the only thing that's truly important is unconditional love. Because this source that was telling me that was basically telling me, because it's the only thing that truly matters. That's all it said. It was saying that like everything else is just a little game we're playing. But unconditional love is truly the only thing that matters. And it was trying to explain to me why unconditional love is the only thing that matters. Because this source, this all that is, we try to think of it as this, like old man with a beard, and it's like, but it doesn't have any shape, any face. It's not a person. It's just this energy of unconditional love. And so if you want to be with that energy, you can't actually touch it. It's not a person. So the only way you can bring that into existence is to actually be that thing yourself, to be that energy of unconditional love. And that's how you give it a face. Because if you are that energy of unconditional love, then this is what it is. You become it. You give it a face through you. And so after I woke up from this meditation, I pretty much wrote down these words quickly so I don't forget them. And it goes a little something like this. To unconditionally love is the only real important thing to ever do. When you unconditionally love, you are one with everything. You are in perfect harmony and balance. We are all the child and the parent at the same time. The only way to see God is to love someone unconditionally, because what we call God is pure unconditional love. It has no face, no shape. When we love someone unconditionally, we give God a face. You want to so much see what it looks like, this feeling of unconditional love. Where is it coming from? You want to put a face to it, a picture to it. But there is no face, no picture, just a feeling, an overpowering feeling. The only way we see it is when we show the same unconditional love to others. We see it in each other's eyes. We are all mirrors of that infinite unconditional love. I realized that feeling I've always had, even before I was born, that feeling of unconditional love. I realize some people maybe have gone a while since they felt unconditional love. The best gift and reminder you can give someone who maybe hasn't felt that in a while is to simply just unconditionally love them. So that's what I wrote right after that deep meditation. So what does that really mean, to really show someone that unconditional love? Well, when you see people, and maybe people you don't get along with, like I said, you don't just tell them, screw off, I don't like you, you're crappy. No, it's a very powerful thing to be in contact with somebody and you both clearly realize that you're just not connecting, you're not clicking, you're just not really feeling each other, and yet still being kind to each other, respectful to each other, and just both of you giving the other person the freedom to be who they are. That's a very powerful thing, to see someone that you don't particularly connect with, you don't really even like their personality or sense of humor, but you want them to just be who they are. You're not trying to tell them, oh, you should change and you should be different because you're not the way I want you to be, or you're not the way I like you. No, but just you unconditionally love them in a way where you're like, you know what? I'm not really feeling you. You're not really my thing. Not really my cup of tea, but you be you and I'm going to be me. And we can just give each other the space and the respect and the freedom to be whoever we are. And we can find other people that will love us, not love us, but just like admire us or like our personality. Because every single, you meet somebody, oh, I don't like that person's personality, or I don't like that person. But other people love that personality and they like that sense of humor. So what I'm saying is, we just unconditionally love each other from a distance if we don't particularly like each other that way or we don't connect, but we give each other the freedom to be whoever we are. And that really is true unconditional love. It's not this idea of having to like everyone and everyone's your favorite person. It's the idea of seeing somebody that you don't even particularly connect with, but wishing them the best of luck and letting them be whoever they are. That to me is true unconditional love. For us to just give each other the freedom to be whoever we are. And understand that we can't, not every flavor of ice cream is going to be your favorite, and that's fine. And that's it. So that's my idea of unconditional love. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.